a lot of games, they're like, I'll try to blanket to get the point across, right? There's like literally bars, right? Like imagine this is a graph, right? So a lot of devs on the market, especially new ones, will go like this. A lot of them will be like, you know, 2% replayability. Let's go 3% originality. Let's say gamification is like 30%, right? I just explained this to a client. And then they have like mechanics. Look at my cool mechanics. We'll give them like 90%, right? So what happens here is we all in because we don't understand the different concepts of what makes a good game, just like you would need to understand the concept of what makes a good film if you're into film and what makes a good car if you're into cars. But we're all just like, you know, just some random person decided to make a game, so we don't understand that. And so we got really good, we like make all these cool mechanics, but we miss every other part of what makes a powerful product a powerful game. So then what happens here is people have to all in on this mechanic, right? The consumer has to love your mechanics because your fundamentals are bad and don't aid your mechanics, and then the gamification to make those mechanics feel good. When I beat a boss, does it feel good, right? So then we suck at that. So what happens is if they are not fully or wholeheartedly in love with this, everything breaks down, right? The game gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse the more the people experience it, because you're all inning on one concept, where a good product will know how to execute on many bars, right? So what this looks like is, this is why so many people love Hades. Hades has a graph that looks more like this medium, right? It's like this. All the bars are like here, right? So even if you think the mechanics or the combat, like me, are kind of lame, right? It's kind of samey, run to run, right? It's kind of lame. Well, there's still so much more to love because the other bars are at this threshold. Oh, you don't like the mechanics as much? Well, goddamn, the world building is great, and I love the music, and I love the character design. There's other things to grab, so it makes the product really good, because it's not all inning. So people don't have to just love this one very specific thing. There's a lot to love. There's a lot to love that makes up for its weaknesses.
Mechanical failures. Use Stairwell 2 for safe transit.
Games on today's market, they don't have the skill set or the right conversation, so they have one bar. And they wonder why they're not hitting success, but they're all inning on that one thing, when to make something beautiful, you need to have a lot of things part of it. This is, you picked gaming, which is like an ultimate art design, because it's like, it's cinematography and film and music and audio and controls and UI. It's an ultimate art form, and you guys suck at it. You only are good at one thing, and you're not trying to learn or get in better conversation, and you wonder why your games are not reaching success. Well, come on, there's 1,000 other things that people need to be able to grab to alleviate, just in case they don't like certain things or your lack of fundamentals. Well, they have 1,000 other things to grab. Does that make sense? That's why everyone likes Hades, because there's 1,000 things to love. Even if you don't like one thing, there's other things that make up for it. So this also comes with conversation, right? When we talk about bad things and things like that, it doesn't mean the whole package is bad, right? But again, a consumer or a normal consumer doesn't need worry about this stuff, right? But it doesn't mean that stuff doesn't exist. Cool? Hopefully just give somebody like, oh, cool, I never thought of it that way, but it makes a lot of sense, right? That's all I'm here